The revelation. The holographic display hummed to life in the command center of the EDS Intrepid, casting a blue glow across Captain Maya Raya's face. She studied the three-dimensional map of the approaching vessels with practiced calm, though her heart raced with anticipation. After centuries of preparation, humanity's moment had finally arrived. "Status report," Maya ordered, her voice steady despite the historic gravity of the moment. Lieutenant Commander Jacobs looked up from his console. 17 vessels approaching from the outer system boundary. Configuration matches our intelligence on Galactic Assembly diplomatic craft. They've transmitted standard first contact protocols. They think they're making first contact. A ripple of controlled amusement passed through the bridge crew. The assembly had no idea what awaited them. "They're maintaining the charade until the very end," Maya observed. Impressive dedication. For over 3 centuries, humanity had been aware of the Galactic Assembly, an interstellar coalition of 26 spacefaring civilizations that governed most of the charted galaxy. And for all that time, humanity had pretended not to know, had played the role of an isolated, developing species while secretly preparing for this very day. "Incoming transmission," announced Communications Officer Chen. "They're requesting permission to approach Earth for peaceful introduction to galactic society." Maya nodded. "Accept the transmission. Project my image only. Let's not reveal our bridge configuration just yet." The main view screen shifted to display a being with 4 arms, iridescent scales, and eyes that reflected light like polished gems. It wore elaborate ceremonial garments befitting a first diplomatic encounter. "Greetings, people of Earth," the being spoke, its voice translated through advanced systems that the Assembly believed far beyond human capabilities. "I am High Ambassador Velik of the Galactic Assembly. We come in peace to welcome you to the greater community of spacefaring civilizations." Maya allowed herself a small smile. "Ambassador Velik, this is Captain Maya Reyes of the Earth Defense Force. On behalf of humanity, I acknowledge your greeting." The ambassador's secondary eyes blinked rapidly, a sign of surprise at the perfect translation. "You understand our communications?" "Perfectly," Maya replied. "In fact, we've understood them for the past 342 years. The silence that followed was profound. "I don't understand," the ambassador finally responded, composure fracturing slightly. "I think you do, Ambassador," Maya countered. "The Containment Directive, Protocol 7 Alpha, the systematic suppression of technological advancement in species deemed potentially destabilizing to galactic order. The covert agents placed on Earth to sabotage breakthrough technologies. The monitoring stations hidden throughout our solar system." With each statement, the ambassador's posture grew more rigid, its scales shifting from vibrant blues to anxious grays. "How could you possibly?" "No," Maya finished for him. "We caught one of your agents in 2083. Dr. Eliza Chen was close to developing faster-than-light communication when her research assistant attempted to destroy her work. We've been aware of your interference ever since." Maya gestured, and the view screen split to show hundreds of Earth vessels emerging from concealed positions throughout the solar system. A fleet whose size and technological sophistication should have been impossible for a developing civilization. "For 3 centuries, we've maintained a facade, a carefully crafted illusion of a civilization slowly developing technology, unaware of the greater galaxy. Meanwhile, the bulk of our efforts, our true civilization, developed beyond your surveillance." The ambassador's voice lost its diplomatic polish. "Impossible. Our containment protocols were effective against the civilizations who didn't detect them." Maya interrupted. "We not only detected them, we reverse-engineered them, improved them, and used them against you. Your monitoring systems only see what we want them to see." As if to emphasize her point, massive orbital structures began to decloak around Earth, Mars, and throughout the asteroid belt. Shipyards, defense platforms, and habitats that had existed for decades, invisible to assembly sensors. While your observers documented our first tentative steps into our own solar system, We were already establishing colonies in 17 star systems beyond your containment perimeter. The bridge fell silent as Maya stood from her command chair, her expression hardening. You've controlled and manipulated developing civilizations for millennia, deciding who may join your assembly based on how well they conform to your ideals. Species that develop too quickly or in ways you find threatening are contained, their potential stunted. Maya's voice dropped to a dangerous calm. Humanity will no longer accept this containment. On dozens of screens throughout the assembly fleet, the same message was being received as Earth's hidden fleet revealed itself. Thousands of vessels appearing simultaneously throughout the solar system and beyond, forming a display of force that couldn't be misinterpreted. Ambassador Velik, Maya continued, I've been authorized to inform you that representatives of the Earth Confederation will arrive at the Assembly Central Station in 72 hours to discuss the terms of our formal recognition and the immediate cessation of all containment activities against Earth and other civilizations. The ambassador's scales had shifted to a pale yellow, a sign of fear among his species. The Assembly Council will never. The Assembly Council will meet with us, Maya stated firmly, or we will demonstrate exactly why your predecessors felt species like ours needed to be contained. She nodded to Lieutenant Chen, who terminated the transmission. The bridge remained silent for a moment before Admiral Santiago's voice came through the command channel. Well done, Captain. The first phase is complete. The Assembly's response. As predicted, sir. Shock, denial, then fear. And the other containment species. Maya checked her secure terminal. The Vrext, Talari, and Nibari have all confirmed successful revelation events. The Assembly is simultaneously discovering that 4 of their contained civilizations have broken free and coordinated their actions. Santiago's satisfaction was evident even through the audio channel. Centuries of preparation, Captain. Today we begin to reshape the galaxy into something more just. The Assembly's control is breaking, and they don't even comprehend the full extent yet. Maya's gaze drifted to Earth on the main display, beautiful, blue, and finally ready to take its place among the stars on its own terms. Signal the fleet, Admiral. Operation Revelation is proceeding to Phase 2. As Maya ended the transmission, she couldn't help but think about the generations of humans who had lived and died maintaining the illusion, working in secret to build humanity's true potential while a carefully maintained facade played out for Assembly observers. Their sacrifice had made this moment possible. The Assembly had underestimated humanity's resourcefulness, determination, and capacity for patience. They had contained Earth physically, but had never fully grasped the human spirit's refusal to be confined. That mistake would reshape the galaxy forever. Breaking the chains. The Assembly Central Station hung in space like a massive, gleaming jewel, a feat of engineering that showcased the collective technological prowess of 26 civilizations. Built at the gravitational balance point between 3 star systems, it had served as the seat of galactic governance for over 4 millennia. Today, its Grand Council chamber was in chaos. Order. We must have order. Supreme Counselor Nex Valen shouted, his crystalline appendages flashing warning patterns of deep crimson. The chamber, designed to accommodate representatives from all Assembly species, buzzed with panicked communications as information continued to stream in. 4 contained species, simultaneously revealing advanced technological capabilities far beyond our assessments, reported Security Director Morabi, her tentacles writhing in agitation. The humans, Vrex, Talari, and Miberi, have all deployed fleets throughout their respective systems and beyond. Our containment protocols have failed completely. A representative from the Juxar Dominion rose from his gravity cushion. How is this possible? The containment protocols have worked flawlessly for 12,000 cycles. Director Morabi's skin flushed deep purple with embarrassment. Preliminary analysis suggests the humans detected our containment measures approximately 3 centuries ago. Instead of confronting us, they maintained a facade of normal development while secretly advancing their technology and expanding beyond our surveillance perimeter. They appear to have contacted the other contained species and shared their methods. The chamber erupted again until Supreme Counselor Nexvalin activated the sonic dampeners, forcibly silencing the representatives. "The human representatives will arrive in less than 6 hours," he stated. "We must determine our response before then." A cold, analytical voice cut through the tension. Councillor Zix of the Thelian technocracy rarely spoke at council meetings, but when he did, all listened. The containment protocols were implemented to protect both the contained species and the greater galaxy. Species with aggressive tendencies or rapid technological development have historically caused devastating conflicts when joining interstellar society prematurely. The humans sent a clear message, countered Councillor Lyra of the Illusion Conclave. They expect formal recognition and the dismantling of all containment protocols. Their demonstration of force suggests they can enforce these demands. "We cannot capitulate to threats," Zix responded coldly. "The precedent would undermine the entire foundation of assembly authority." As the council debated, Captain Myarias and her diplomatic team were approaching Central Station aboard the Earth vessel Prometheus. Unlike the massive warships that had been revealed throughout Earth's solar system, the Prometheus was sleek, elegant, designed as a statement of human aesthetics and engineering rather than military might. "Status update," Maya requested, adjusting her formal diplomatic uniform. After years commanding military vessels, the civilian attire felt strange against her skin. "The Assembly Council is still in emergency session," reported Dr. Elijah Kim, Earth's newly appointed ambassador. "Our allies have confirmed their delegations are en route. The Vrex will arrive shortly after us, with the Talari and Mibari following within the hour." Maya nodded. "And the independent worlds?" Dr. Kim smiled slightly. 17 have formally requested to observe our negotiations. Many have suffered under assembly restrictions for centuries. They're watching closely to see if the power balance truly shifts today. The Prometheus docked with precision at Central Station, where a hastily assembled reception committee awaited them. The assembly representatives maintained their diplomatic composure, but Maya could read the tension in their postures. Captain Rice, Ambassador Kim, greeted a tall, avian being with iridescent feathers. "I am Coordinator Thala. I will escort you to the council chamber." As they moved through the station's grand corridors, Maya noted the barely concealed stares from assembly citizens and officials. For most, this was their first encounter with humans outside of academic studies or containment reports. "Your station is impressive," Ambassador Kim remarked conversationally. "Though I believe the environmental systems in Sector 7 are running at reduced efficiency. The harmonic resonance in the ventilation suggests imminent failure of the secondary cooling processors." The coordinator faltered mid-step, surprise evident in the flaring of her crest. That a supposedly developing species could casually diagnose a complex technical issue they shouldn't even be able to detect spoke volumes about humanity's true capabilities. The council chamber doors parted, revealing the assembled representatives of the galaxy's most powerful civilizations. Maya felt the weight of countless alien gazes as she and Kim took their positions at the central podium, a position traditionally reserved for petitioners seeking the Assembly's favor. But Earth was not there to petition. Representatives of Earth, Supreme Counselor Nexvalin began formally. "You have requested this audience to discuss." "Correction," Ambassador Kim interrupted smoothly. "We did not request an audience. We informed you of our arrival to negotiate the terms of the Assembly's recognition of Earth and its allies as sovereign galactic powers, and the immediate cessation of all containment protocols against developing civilizations." A murmur ran through the chamber at this breach of protocol. Maya stepped forward. "Perhaps I can clarify our position." She activated a holographic projector on her wrist, displaying a galactic map that immediately caused a stir among the council. It showed not only the location of Earth's hidden colonies and military installations, but also detailed assembly security protocols, defense systems, and classified research facilities. "For 3 centuries, we've studied you far more thoroughly than you've studied us," Maya stated. "We've mapped your vulnerabilities, analyzed your political fractures, and prepared accordingly. We do not wish to join the assembly as it exists today. We intend to fundamentally transform it. The chamber erupted in outrage until Nextvalan restored order. Is this a threat, Captain Reyes? He demanded. It's a statement of reality, Maya replied calmly. The era of containment is over. The suppression of developing civilizations for the convenience and security of established powers ends today. As if on cue, the chamber's main display activated, showing the arrival of the Vrex delegation, a species the assembly had contained for over 5 centuries. Their vessels matched Earth's in technological sophistication, another impossibility according to assembly assessments. We are not alone in this position, Ambassador Kim continued. Even now, 17 independent worlds have signaled their support for our coalition. Many of your own member states have expressed private dissatisfaction with assembly policies for centuries. We offer 2 paths forward, Maya stated. The first is confrontation, a path we have prepared for, but do not desire. The second is transformation, the evolution of the assembly into a truly equitable body where developing civilizations are mentored rather than suppressed, where technological advancement is guided rather than stunted. The council chamber fell silent as the gravity of humanity's position became clear. This was not merely a diplomatic demand. It was a fundamental challenge to the existing galactic order, backed by the combined might of 4 technologically advanced civilizations that had developed in secret. After a tense silence, an unexpected voice spoke up. Counselor Lyra of the Illusions rose gracefully. Perhaps we should consider that our approach to developing civilizations has grown, flawed over millennia. The very fact that 4 species could coordinate to this degree, while under containment, suggests our methods are no longer effective. The Assembly has maintained galactic peace for thousands of years, Zix countered. At what cost? Maya asked. How many civilizations have had their potential crushed? How many unique approaches to science, art, philosophy, and governance have been lost because they didn't conform to assembly standards? More council members began to shift uncomfortably as the Talari and Meberi delegations arrived, flanked by representatives from independent worlds. The power dynamics in the chamber were visibly shifting. Supreme Counselor Nextvalan studied Maya and Kim with new understanding. You've orchestrated this moment carefully. This isn't merely about Earth's recognition. You're proposing a complete restructuring of galactic governance. We're proposing a more just galaxy, Ambassador Kim corrected. One where civilization's potential isn't determined by how comfortably it fits into existing power structures. For the first time, Maya allowed a genuine smile. The containment protocols were designed to protect the galaxy from species deemed too aggressive, too innovative, or too unpredictable. Yet, in attempting to contain us, you created exactly what you feared: civilizations that develop beyond your control, united by common cause. She looked around the chamber, meeting the gaze of each council member. But we aren't here for revenge or domination. We're here because we believe in a better future, one we build together as equals. Over the next several hours, as diplomatic teams from Earth and its allies presented their terms, the outline of a new galactic order began to take shape. The containment directive would be abolished. A new council structure would be established, giving equal representation to civilizations at all stages of development. Technology sharing programs would replace suppression efforts. As Maya observed the negotiations from her position beside Ambassador Kim, she reflected on humanity's long journey to this moment. For generations, her people had lived a double life, maintaining the illusion of isolation while secretly reaching for the stars. The patience, sacrifice, and vision required had been immense. Now, humanity would help build a galaxy worthy of that sacrifice, not through domination as the Assembly had feared, but through the very cooperation and innovation the containment protocols had sought to suppress. Earth's message to the galaxy was clear. We held back, but we won't anymore, and the galaxy would be better for it.